CCSC-INE rep position. My name is Sam. I'm from the college class of 2018. This is Kate, C's class of 2018, and this is Natalie over there, C's class of 2016. We are the Columbia Elections Board. So we're going to be recording this. Super expensive Columbia recording equipment thingy, whatever. It'll pick up everything that you say, so just keep side chatter to the minimum. So introduce yourselves, say your name, what year you are, and maybe like a minute to give a brief platform. We'll start with you, Raghu.
My name is Alba Mogul, and I'm running for the Inclusion Equity Representative position. I originally came from the University of California, San Diego. As a freshman there, I served as a student organizer and as a legislative affairs director. When I came to Columbia, I decided not to engage in the student council because I looked at different positions and I gave some thought. And I talked to friends who were on the council, and it didn't really seem like my kind of arena. I was more concerned with issues that dealt with low-income students, with marginalized students, students of color, students who deal with undocumented status, and all those kinds of concrete policy issues that face people on an everyday basis. And that didn't really seem like something that the council was engaged in. But then I found out in March that the council had created the Inclusion Equity position. So there finally seemed to be an opening for me to enter the student council and to do what I was trained to do at California, and that's to help people. That's to really help people on a daily basis. And now this position is very broadly defined, and whoever gets the position in the first place will be able to define what exactly.
You can finish your thought. I'm just going to do this one. Sorry. Should have said that.
To define what exactly it is. So I wanted to define it as a concrete, policy-based, student leader.
All right. Thank you.
My name is Awoma Adamu. I'm a member of the sophomore class of 2018. Growing up, my life has always been defined by my struggles. With my dad unemployed, my mom working 2 jobs. Struggle has been a part of my everyday life. And coming here to Columbia, I realized that my issues that I face are also applicable to other members of the Columbia community. Last year, I served on the Multicultural Recruitment Committee, and I also served as president of Carmen Hall Council. While in these positions, I was privileged to be able to speak to a lot of other members of my class and really tease out the other issues that are afflicting them as well. And last year, I also took the time to really plan out some initiatives with these positions to help out my students in their daily struggles. So, like I did mention, this position is broadly defined, and I would like to use this as an opportunity to really advocate for these students on a broader basis, implementing a campus pantry system, vouchers for students over spring break, winter break, things like that, and a few other initiatives I'll get into as we progress along.
Hello, I'm Sean. I'm a senior in CC. I used to be the editor-in-chief of The Lion, which is a student media blog, and then I'm also a senior editor of The Blue and White. And I'm running for this position because I've sort of been on the sidelines for the past 3.5 years, covering the sort of policy work that the council is doing. And I think that now that I've had this experience, I think I can bring a lot to the table, whether that's going against administrators and being able to say no, or just being a voice at the table that will bring concerns of marginalized students of all different identities to student council.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to start with Diploma for my question. Can you name one specific on-campus accessibility issue and some ideas for fixing it?
Yeah, one specific thing that comes to my mind is access to food. Now, while Student Council has done a lot to really address food insecurity, I feel like there is still much to be done. One thing that I mentioned in my platform is I would like to initiate a campus pantry system which is similar to Stony Brook University's campus pantry system, in which students will be able to access a variety of non-perishable food and good items. That way they will be able to cook them on their own for those who are not able to go into the dining halls of access.
And I'm going to pose that same question.
Okay, so I guess accessibility, I'm thinking two aspects could really be true. First, Q House and the IRC are currently not wheelchair accessible, and they're not ADA compliant, and they've been working for years now to basically find a way to get the funding necessary to renovate these houses over the summer. And also, certain student council that specifically Glass House blocks are not wheelchair accessible. We're actually closed off, and the stairs are the only way to get the stairs to access the event. So I think that these two simple changes would really
launch constitutions here?
The definite strength of that position is it allows us to move where Columbia wouldn't go. Columbia wouldn't deal with this problem effectively enough, so we had to, and Benedict had to, create a student-based solution. And at San Diego, the way the student government ran was student-based solutions. We owned our own food co-op, general store, and so on. But I think the real cost of doing it this way is that we lose the anonymity that I think when in companies like some kind of program to help people can really keep it, unfortunately, dignified. And right now, you have to request a swipe, and maybe you're a senior, and a small freshman student will come and help you, and that's great that they'll do that. But it really can be demeaning to do that maybe twice a day, or at least a few times a week on a consistent basis. And so any way that we can pool all the donate meals together, like the emergency meal program, and have it, and simply have it so that people can anonymously get the meals that they need, and go, would really do a lot for their dignity and for their mental health, and really just to making sure that we have a fully inclusive and equitable community.
Sean, do you feel any differently about the strengths and weaknesses?
Yes, I do actually. I'd say that as a strength, people who didn't have swipes before have swipes, and really just a student workaround for a problem that should have been solved by the administration. I think those are good things. But on another level, if you don't have a smartphone, you can't really access the Swipes Meal app. And I think that the proposal has yet to really be tested along students who are here over breaks, who when the dining halls are closed, need meals as well. And really, both the Swipes app doesn't help them then. So really, it would be a requirement of the IE rep to just track to see how the Dean's Fund is being used at that time to provide stipends for students who are foods.
Now that we've talked about that program a little more, Awoma, what would you see as your role in that program as were you to win and to take on this position?
Program associate.
The food insecurity.
Yeah, with food insecurity, like Sean touched upon, as far as accessibility, students over breaks, I would like to institute a voucher system in which the IE rep would partner up with various food organizations and restaurants around the local community here in Morningside Heights, where students will be able to get discounted meals during the spring break or those times when the dining halls are not available and accessible.
Otto, what groups have you learned from your time at Columbia that would help you in this position? What experiences have you gained here? What groups did you find?
Well, primarily my groups that I've worked with here at Columbia were theater, which you interact with a lot of people, talk a lot of different issues, but it's not necessarily as relevant. I also worked with the LCUI, and basically they were a group that's trying to create a credit union on campus, and it's going to be, it's going to have a soft launch in the spring. But I actually left, to focus more on this. But that position was to create that organization was to create a student-run credit union, which would basically give students control over an amount of capital that they'd be able to use to help other students. The thing that people may not understand at first is that a student-run credit union specifically can help low-income students. Like the Harvard Credit Union can give short-term loans to pay for laptops, pay for food, or really anything else that you need. And they can create credit builder loans that allow low-income students to have a good credit score, even without really paying very much at all in interest. And they provide bridge loans to allow students who really may not know whether or not they're going to be employed after they graduate. They may not be able to rely on their parents to be able to have some money in order to get a place to stay and start looking for work.
And I'm going to pose that same question.
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, anyways, what groups have you worked with at Columbia, or what experiences have you had in your time here that would love and substance for?
Sure. So as I mentioned before, I've been more of a bystander working with campus media in terms of what activists for student council are doing. And I really see, so this is a backdrop a little. So I was the editor-in-chief of Line, which was a student news blog that covered things such as what council is doing, what activist groups are doing, this sort of thing, where the administration is screwing on campus. And I've been doing similar work as a senior editor for Student Light. And I guess what those experiences have taught me is that there are really three ways to sort of combat any problem in Columbia. First, through council, through concrete policy work. Second, through bringing attention to issues through campus media. And third, through direct activism by activist groups. So I think really just those three forces working in tandem would really be a force to be reckoned with when
And then also a bit of questions. We'll go with you first.
Okay, yeah. Obviously, this role deals with issues that are oftentimes disproportionately felt by GS students. So, what do you guys see as your role in working with GS administrators, given that they have separate offices and basically everyone has this position within the CC and C side of stuff?
Did you guys all answer that?
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's the very simple answer of, communicating with GS administrators, but I think also what we can do is we can test out programs at Columbia, in Columbia College, because we have close relations with administrators. We have our own we have a little bit more of our own institutions, our own student body, like activist groups. So we can start programs, we can prove that they work, and we can think of how they would work for GS students, and then push them towards their council, and we're really work with their council and back them up to make sure it actually comes to fruition.
I feel like with this position is not only our responsibility to advocate for issues that are affecting our class, but also, as far as like Columbia College, but also like you mentioned, GS and other colleges, and specifically with GS, I feel like we need to work with like their advisors, work with their councils to really tease out these issues that are affecting them, specifically when it comes to GS housing. And some of these initiatives that we plan out that are more tailored towards CC that we can definitely apply to the GS students.
So in recent years, a lot of positions on GSSC have been unfilled or been unopposed. So really finding and identifying leaders within GS who can fill these roles and can really work with the other grassroots councils will be very important. And also working on improved financial aid the same way that they council work for CC and C's financial aid this past year. And one of the items of my platform is having more access to computer labs on campus, which GS students are disproportionately computer students who may not have laptops with them. So really, there's a lot to work with.